morning, good afternoon, good evening, those of you on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook platforms. I am T. Clay, and we thank God for you, and even you. Let us pray. We give you the glory and the praise this morning, this afternoon, this evening, O most holy Sanini Nanini, even Tata and Zambi, even that spirit that moves upon the water. We thank you for all that you've done. We thank you that you've subdued our enemies and those who have naysayers against us and those who come against you, you have defeated even before they even got going good, because it's written in your word. And we thank you that you've given us food to eat, clothes on our backs and shoes on our feet, that we might, even if it's just the soles of our feet are not even sore if we have to work on a dirt ground with bare feet. Yes. You have blessed us in many ways that all we can do is say thank you for all that you've done. We already know our enemies are defeated. We just praise you for their defeat, for their things are in vain. They can do what they want, but yet you have it all written down, and it's all in your judgments, and it's all in your word, all that should come to pass in this day and time, and all we have to do is reap the benefits and rejoice. Hallelujah. Well, we give you the glory and the praise for all these things. Yes. That we might go on to perfection, even that obeying your commandments, judging statutes and ordinances is all you ask of us. And to love one another. And we thank you. Yes. Yes, and we thank God for those of you who have been with us ever since the beginning, Revelation, even up to now, the book of Jubilees. And we thank God for those of you who have joined us in the midst, and those of you who have just joined, and those of you who are going to join. Yes, we give even the most holy praise for you, because you are being even built up in the most holy faith, and we thank God for it. Yes. Yes. Now we're in the book of Jubilees, that 5th chapter of the book of Jubilees. 49 years is a Jubilee. 49 years. And we're in chapter 5. And it reads, "And it came to pass when the children of men began to multiply on the face of the earth, the daughters were born unto them, that the angels of God saw them on a certain year of this Jubilee." In other words, within the 49 years, this is what happened. "And they were beautiful to look upon." I mean, here you are, you're looking at how men look at the daughter, their own kind, to copulate with, to create families, to, have a community and all this things, and you're desiring. In other words, these angels were lusting. Lust was conceived, it brought forth sin in their heart. And now look what happened. They took to themselves wives when the commandment was given that they should not do this thing. It brought forth sin, and then there's death. And they bare unto them sons, and they were giants. In other words, an abomination. And verse 2, "The lawless increased on the earth, and the flesh corrupted its way alike men and cattle and beasts and birds, and everything that walketh on the earth. All of them corrupted their ways and their orders, and they began to devour each other." In other words, they were out of order. The spider was out of order. The ant was out of order. Everything got out of order because man was out of order. Then those who were a little higher than man got out of order also, whom were given a job to how to deal with men, but yet they decide. That's just like you, a boss, or you're a teacher in a school, but yet you turn and look to your students and you say how they like Lily. "Oh man, she is a fine little old girl, huh?" And you turn. But that's against the rules. That's against what God says do. And now you're kicked out forever. Your license revoked and everything. This is how this culminated. Now he says now, "And lawlessness," we're still in verse 2, "increased on the earth, and every imagination of the thoughts of all men were thus evil continually." Even today we have everything that we see, everything is evil. For man walking out of his gender and all kind of cheating and all kind of things going on in the land. Marriages put down, government trying to make you pay money even for the sin that you do. Whew, taxation. And it says in verse 3, God looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, and all flesh had corrupted its orders. You know, everything out of order. It's just, nothing is not the way that it was intended to be. And all that were upon the earth had wrought all manner of evil before his eyes. You ask, where is God? Where is God? He's hidden his face from me. Oh, there is no God. He was never here. April Fool. You're the one that became the fool because you said the fool has said in his heart, there is no God. Because God has hidden his face and you never seen him. And so therefore, according to your book, there is no God. Okay, so be it. All right, and he said, I shall destroy man and all the flesh from the face of the earth which I have created. But Noah found favor before the eyes of the Most High. And against the angels whom he had sent upon the earth, those teachers who supposedly had taught that class, he was exceedingly wroth because they went against the rules. And he gave commandment to root them out of all their dominion and bade us to bind them. This is the angel present talking to Moses in the mount, in the depths of the earth. And behold, they are bound in the midst of them and are kept separate. This is also shown in the book of Enoch. In verse 7, again, their sons went forth a command from before his face that they should be smitten with the sword and be removed from under heaven. In other words, God went against them that they should turn to each other and start devouring each other, killing each other. And he said, thy spirit will not always abide on man. God's spirit never went in you. How can God, you cannot even contain the little tiny electrical signals you got inside that body of yours. It operates your brain. If you understood how your spirit operates and how minute your spirit is, it's a portion that came from God, yes. It's tiny, small. No, you can't even contain the spirit of the Most High. No way. Even the smallness that Saul got, he got so crazy that he danced among the prophets. Oh, is Paul among the prophets now? Sometimes we have to sit back and just ask God, show me. What do you mean by this? The Spirit of God will be upon many men. You cannot contain the Spirit of God. No way. I know what I'm talking about there. You cannot. You will die. Your flesh will die. It cannot contain it because the Spirit of God is holy. No way. I don't know what spirit you got or what's messing up your flesh, but it ain't the Spirit of God. Now, you don't even know. If you got the Spirit of God, tell me how it works in you. How does the Spirit of God work in you? The Spirit of God is on you. Take not thy spirit from me. He's been on man and dealing with man for thousands of years, not just in the book of Acts. When he said the dove came, they might have saw a dove come on the judge of the earth, the one who had proved himself to be the judge. Yes, because God delegated that authority to him. Yes, but he couldn't even contain the measure of God. No one can, not even angels, not even beings that he created. No. And he sent his sword into their midst that they should slay his neighbor. And they began to slay each other till they fell by the sword and were destroyed from the earth. Verse 10, and their fathers were witness to their destruction. After this, they were bound in the depths of the earth forever. That's 10,000 years according to the book of Enoch. That 10,000 years hadn't occurred yet, or we wouldn't be here. Now, until the day of the great condemnation, that's the lake of fire he's talking about. That's the sentence. When judgment is executed on all those who have corrupted their way and their works before the I Am. And he destroyed all from their places, and there was not left one of them whom he judged not according to all their wickedness. Verse 12, and he made for all his works a new and righteous nature. In other words, he purified some folk. Yes. So that they should not sin in their whole nature forever, but should be all righteous, each in his kind always. Verse 13, and the judgment of all is ordained and written on the heavenly tables in righteousness. This ain't no allegory. Some of you look at the word of God like it's supposed to be, it's like the myths of Egypt. Yes, Egypt, the Egyptology is a myth, the doctrine of devils, yes. Even Greek mythology, Roman mythology, all of it. All come from that bee-devil. Although they write on stones and paint on walls, it don't mean a doggone thing. No, it don't. Now, so that they should not sin in their whole nature forever, but should all be righteous, each in his kind always. He's talking about creation. Yes, he's talking about creation. Yes. And the judgment of all this is ordained and written on the heavenly tables in righteousness, even the judgment of all who depart from the path which is ordained for them to walk in, if they walk not therein. Judgment is written down for every creature and for every kind. In other words, God gave them a new nature. Yes, that's during after the flood. When they was on that boat, God gave them a new nature. He gave them everything knows its order now. And there is nothing in heaven or on earth or in light or in darkness or in the grave or in depth or in the place of darkness or which is not judged. You can't hide. Even the smallest of the small of the animals and creatures and insects cannot hide, which is not judged, and all their judgments are ordained and written and engraved. It's already there. And in regards to all, he will judge the great according to his greatness. Yes. Those of you who have people hold you in high esteem, God don't hold you in high esteem. I'm sorry. You're not greater than God. Only those who deem you greater than themselves and not a man just like they are, just for your work's sake, they say, hey, we thank God for you. Okay. All right, keep it moving. And the small according to his smallness. You're a petty thief or whatever. You done stole a bubble gum from somebody, or you done something you shouldn't have done. Yeah, you're small, and he don't care. He doesn't care whether you're crippled, lame, or what. When you sin is sin, and God is going to judge it. Yes, he is. And this is not one who will regard the person of any. This is what he's trying to say. He is not regarding or who, your stature, status, whatever you are, whatever clothes you got, just clothes. Naked, you came into this world, and naked you're going to leave out. Everything that's in this earth going to be of this earth, and it's going to be burnt up, including your own body. So everything, even as the preacher says, the vanity is upon vanity, said the preacher. That's what he said, didn't he? Huh? Vanities. Nor is he one who will receive gifts. If he say that he will execute judgment on each, or if one gave everything that is on earth, if he will not regard the gifts of the person. Now he says, he will not regard the gifts or the person of any, nor accept anything at his hands, for he is a righteous judge. Now, you don't have righteous judge. You don't have righteous judges these days. He gave that judgment unto Messindacy. Messindacy had to come down here, and he has the judge. He's a judge of man and angels. He had to taste the way of man. He had to understand them. Yes, that way even the angels can't approve. How can you judge man and you don't even know nothing about man? You don't know what man go through. You don't know what we go through. He knew what angels went through, but he didn't know man, because he was a spirit that was created in the beginning with God, just like the rest of them. There's nothing special about that. But he received special honor, and that God prepared him a body and sent him down here. Now, for God is a righteous judge, and that judge that he delegated that authority to is righteous also. Now, he said, and the children of Israel, now listen, Jacob, it has been written and ordained, if they turn to him in righteousness, Israel, Jacob. He's not talking about the New Testament. He's talking about now. He will forgive their transgressions and pardon all their sins. That doesn't change. Come on here. If you will turn from your unrighteousness in righteousness, Tatan Zame Sanini Nini Yahweh Yahuwah. He didn't say it in the name of no Yahweh Shai or anybody. He said he, even the creator, the father of all spirits, will forgive all their transgressions. Who? For the sake of Abram, for the sake of Jacob, will forgive all their transgressions and pardon all their sin. It is written and ordained that he will show mercy to all who turn from their guilt once each year. That's the year of Jubilee. But we've messed it up. We really throwed it away. And as for all those who corrupted their ways and their thoughts before the flood, no man's person was accepted save that of Noah. They were all corrupted. For his person was accepted in behalf of his sons. In other words, because of Noah, his sons were saved, whom God had saved from the waters of the flood on his account. For his heart was righteous in all his ways. It wasn't his son. His sons weren't even righteous in that way. Even his wife, it was Noah. Yes, it was Noah. He said, for his heart was righteous in all his ways, according as is commanded or regarding him. And he had not departed from aught that was ordained for him. And the I Am said that he would destroy everything which was upon the earth, both men and cattle and beasts and fowls of the air, and that which moveth on the earth. And he commanded Noah to make him an ark, that he might save himself from the waters of the flood. Now this thing was too great for Noah, so he had angels come down to help Noah build the ark, according to the book of Enoch. Yes. And Noah made the ark in all respects as he commanded him, and in the 27th Jubilee, 27 Jubilees from when they came out of when Adam was created. You go 49 years times 27, that's how long the earth was before the flood. Now he says, in the 5th week, in the 5th year, on the new moon of the 1st month. That was the month of April. Come on here. According to your Gregorian calendar, which you follow so idolatrously. And he entered in the 6th year thereof, in the 2nd month, and on the new moon of the 2nd month. See, God goes by these things. God goes by nature. God doesn't go by what Egyptians say. God, if you're gonna go by God's time, you got to go by nature's time. He says, now until the 16th he entered, and all that were brought to him into the ark, and the I Am closed it without on the 17th evening. And to finish that up, he says, and the I Am opened 7 floodgates of heaven, and the mouths of the fountains of the great deep, 7 mouths in number. And the floodgates began to pour down water from the heavens 40 days and 40 nights. And the fountains of the deep also sent up waters until the whole world was full of water. And God deleted them all. He said, goodbye, world. I don't want to stay no longer with you. You can have your pleasures of sin because I'm going to judge you, is what he did. He judged the whole world and deleted them. And this is going to happen again, but not with water, but with fire. And if you obey his commandments, you will have peace.